I'm joined now by another father who's going to teach us a little bit about some of the lessons he's learned through his passion for rock climbing, his experience working for Build-A-Bear workshops locally here in St. Louis. Manley Feinberg, tell us a little bit about, first let's talk a little bit about your experience working for Build-A-Bear. I know it is a great company, on one of Fortune 100's best companies to work for. It sounds like a pretty great place. It
was amazing. It was an incredible experience, very intense because we were growing very quickly. There was about 40 stores when I walked in the door and around 400 by the time I left. So quite intense experience. That's why I pulled from my lessons and experiences in the climbing world that helped me manage and help lead and develop and build systems for us to help grow the company.
So let's tell the viewers a little bit about that. You are a very passionate rock climber and have been doing so for many years. Tell us about your experience and how that those lessons you learned there carried over into your Build-A-Bear experience.
I started climbing in 1992 in college, and by the time I walked in the door at Build-A-Bear, I noticed that I was instinctually applying some of the experiences, and then shortly thereafter it became very intentional. Because what I found was that the lessons and the secrets of climbing mountains successfully helped me in business and build successful teams, helped me connect with people in a more meaningful way, and it helped me push through those trying times of growing a business regardless of the economic conditions.
I know you've got years of experience, and so I'm sure it'll be asking too much to sum it all up in the few minutes that we have here, but tell us a little bit about how are the skills that you learned in rock climbing applicable to the business world?
There's a couple key things. One is focus. One thing that I say is declare your current climb, because in the mountaineering world we can only climb one mountain at a time. But in life and business, as I'm sure all the viewers would agree, you have so many things you're trying to do. So pick one that's above and beyond that's going to make a difference, and then building intentional relationships is critical. In the mountaineering world, the climbing world, you'll die if you don't have the right partner. So being very intentional, and I would call it the belay principle, B-E-L-A-Y, and being intentional and consistent about building relationships in your life that you need to be successful and to serve and support others. That was a really key secret of my success and of Build-A-Bear success, because that enabled us to create meaningful experiences for people.
I know, just a very amateur indoor rock climber myself, that belay communication that you had mentioned, you're communicating with the person who's sort of your lifeline down at the bottom, and so that's super important. Well, you have written a book and you are sharing all of these tips, tricks, lessons that you've learned with the people at home. Tell us a little bit about the book. Who can benefit from reading this book?
Anybody who's feels like they need to do more in their life, or that there's something more. I feel like if you wake up today, that you've got something more to give. And it's a unique overlap of my business leadership experience and experience climbing mountains around the world to help you just step up, get more focus, more clarity, build more momentum in your life, and feel like at the end of the day you've got something left for those you love and are serving. So a legacy, perhaps.
You mentioned this is obviously going to have some applicable lessons to people in the business world, but can anybody read this? Anybody who maybe isn't retired, maybe?
Absolutely. And I've gotten great feedback across the board that people just, whether they're at home mostly or in the work life or in government, nonprofit, doesn't really matter. It's about stepping up and being a more impactful person in your life.
Excellent. Manley, tell people where they can get your book.
Verticallessons.com is my website. It is available on Amazon as well, but check out verticallessons.com for more information about it.
Manley Feinberg, that is the Reaching Your Next Summit 9 Vertical Lessons for Leading with Impact. Pick it up, folks. You got a local author here that has written a great book full of some lessons that you can use.